Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is June 5th, first day of RibFest.
Yeah.
Scott's back in the house. We're going to talk about his experience out there and his review on ribs as well. And of course, get our RibFest forecast. But first, I want to remind you, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning. It stays on your feed throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you. We also make it into a podcast. If that's how you like to listen, you can find that at inform.com/podcast. Just look for the Inforum Minute.
All right, Dylan. Well, I was at RibFest today. It wasn't bad out to start, but it was a little breezy, and you could feel the breeze on us. And as we started the day, it was a little chilly before the sun came up. Once the sun came up, it was pretty nice. But like I said, a lot of the vendors out there didn't have their big flags up yet, like their banners, because they don't want them to blow over the stands.
Yeah, it's that makes sense. It's gonna be super windy. It's not super windy out there yet. It's breezy, but it's not windy. That wind will pick up here next couple of hours and last through the day. Gusting as high as 45 to 50 miles per hour in central North Dakota. The valley probably gust to 40, and the northern Minnesota gust to 30, 35. So windy today. Wind advisory goes into effect at about 10 a.m. We have a few light showers. There's a couple showers out there right now in the Fargo area. They're very, very light. We'll see just a few more of those later on this afternoon. There could be a rumble of thunder or two that develops later on this afternoon too, but most of us, I'm thinking, will be staying dry.
Cool.
And then tomorrow, another windy day.
Oh boy.
So yeah, a couple of windy days. But today, tomorrow, Friday and Saturday look a little breezy, but not as windy as today and tomorrow. So good news, no really big rain in the forecast. So we have a couple scattered shower chances, like isolated showers today, tomorrow, and then another one on Sunday. But otherwise, like no super soakers like we had yesterday, no super widespread rain in the forecast. So that is good news. Start to dry things out.
Sweet. Yeah, because we need to dry it out a little bit.
It is wet out there. It is very wet out there. We are done with the rain. We need to be done with the rain.
So it's hold on to your sides and your napkins and your plates kind of weather, though.
Definitely. Hold down the ribs. Hold down
everything. It's going to be
hold on the sides.
super windy.
But it could be worse. You know, a lot of times we're watching the weather and rain for concert time. So,
Correct. Yep.
you know, that's
I
good
think
news.
most people would rather have the wind than the rain.
Yeah.
And too hot, which we talked
Correct.
about this
Too hot,
yesterday. You don't like it super hot?
Nope,
And-
especially at RibFest.
And
You
if you
can't
tried
slam
it-
back ribs and it's 90 degrees. It doesn't
It'll
work.
slow you down.
They will slow you down for sure. So yeah, weather looks, upper 60s to low 70s. So pretty comfortable weather, I like to call that. Not warm, not hot, comfortable.
Sounds good.
Goldilocks.
Exactly.
All right, thank you, Dylan. Well, right now we're working to learn more about what led up to a woman being hit by a car in a Moorhead front yard. Police tell us it happened right around 10 o'clock last night at a home just a few blocks south of the Village Green Golf Course. Officers say a woman showed up at the house, caused a disturbance. When she was confronted, officers say she drove her car onto the lawn, hitting the victim and then stopping on the front steps of the house. The suspect then drove away. We do have a call into Moorhead Police. We'll continue tracking developments on this. We want to know, obviously, who the suspect is, if they know who it is, and how that victim is doing today.
All right, today the Red River Valley SWAT team will be doing training on Concordia's campus. Those SWAT members will have their guns visible during that training, but they will not have any live ammunition. That training is happening between 3 and 8 in the area of 8th Street and 12th Avenue. So you see something going on there, don't be alarmed. It's just training, but it can look very real.
It can look kind of scary. Early voting is underway in North Dakota. We told you about that on First News. And we have everything you need to know before you head to the polls. A great resource for you on inforum.com. You can find out when and where to vote, how to register, get other election-related questions answered. Then we also have the Voters Guide on our website as well. It's a collaboration between Forum Communications and the League of Women Voters of Minnesota and North Dakota. Some cool stuff. You can just plug in your address and you can see who will be on your ballot, learn more about the candidates, their positions. You can even build your ballot before you vote and then print or email that information to yourself and then use it when you head to the polls. So inforum.com will help you be prepared for election season.
All right, President Joe Biden's executive action on the southern border went into effect overnight. It limits the number of migrants who enter the U.S. illegally from staying here as they seek asylum. The move, of course, already getting pushback from both sides of the aisle, actually, despite a bipartisan border security bill that has sat in Congress for months. So we'll continue to follow that story and the fallout from the executive order.
All right, you're back from RibFest.
Yes.
Your review. You got to try a few different ribs, right?
Yeah, so I think there's 7 vendors. The normal amount this year, there's one new vendor called Chicago Barbecue. I believe they're taking the place of Desperados, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's correct. And then I also tried the Carolina Rib King. They got second place last year, so they're gunning for first place this year. A little different style of ribs there. The Carolina ribs were a little more of those meaty style. You kind of tear from the bone. The Chicago style were more the kind of the fall off the bone. So just kind of depends on what kind of style of rib you like. They're both very good. Most of those rib vendors out there, of course, have been doing it for a very long time.
They know what
They're
they're
all
doing.
very good. Besides the ribs, pork, brisket, chicken, all sorts of sides. It's just a great event out there. It starts today at 11 o'clock. The doors open at 11 each day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Concerts are at 8:45 in the evening. Some great lineups this year for those. You got Eve 6 on Friday night. You have Black Hawk tonight kicking things off. Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses on Saturday night. Tomorrow night is Chase Beckham. If you go between 11 and 2 o'clock, today, tomorrow, or Friday, you can get the Lip Smackin' Lunch Special. That is, if you buy some meat, you get your sides for free, plus your parking and admission is free. So that's a great time to go and try things out. Otherwise, go anytime and just have fun with it, because there's plenty of food out there for everyone, plenty of beverages, and it's just a great time.
And at night, the concert is free with your gig.
Yes, yeah,
So really, you're
concerts are
seeing a
free.
great show for $5.
Yeah, that's
So
for sure.
not a bad deal. Hot Mike with Don Mizzo coming up here 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inform.com. Royce Lewis made an instant impact to his return to the Twins, but fans still couldn't watch the game. Why the Twins TV blackout still has no end in sight. Plus, a major postseason change is coming to Minnesota high school basketball and hockey. Don will talk about why most coaches believe it's been a long time coming. Hot Mike is coming up 9 to 11 this morning on WDAY Extra.
And don't forget, for just 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you could get all access pass to our website, inform.com. Just go to inform.com/subscribe to get the deal.
Our next newscast is coming up at 11 this morning, and then we have you covered this afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Have a great day, everyone.